Top performers aren't lucky. They are strategic, intentional, and disciplined. If you want to be in the top tier, pay attention, because the things discussed in this video are things that only the 1% does on a day-to-day basis, every single day, consistently. So if you want to join the club, keep watching. Top 1% students protect their time. They fight for their time-blocked activities that they want to do on a day-to-day basis that get them closer to their goals. They time-block deep work study sessions when they are fully concentrated on that one thing that moves them forward. You have to be stingy with your time, because otherwise your scattered attention will not allow you to get closer to your goals, because you will be constantly distracted by demands of others, by the circumstances. We cannot influence the things that happen to us, but we can choose how we want to spend the time we have available. The time you have available is completely in your hands, and it's your responsibility to schedule things and to spend your time in a way that moves you forward, that gets you close to your goals. And this is not something that happens naturally, or that you wake up and you suddenly know, okay, this is what I'm doing. You need to schedule it, and then you need to actually do it. And it's easier said than done, but this is what gets developed with practice. If you start uni, you're a little bit confused because suddenly you have all this time and yeah, let's go party every single day, but that's not the recipe for a long-term success. So it's a skill that needs to be developed like anything else, but it's definitely number one that distinguishes the top 1% from everyone else. The second thing is taking care of your mental health. This is so important, and it's not talked about that much. In the hustle culture, when we all want to do well, which is naturally a good thing that you want to do well, but if you do not take breaks and if you do not take care of yourself, you can't perform your best in the long term. And this is something that I learned the hard way, and this is, I think, from the list of things I'm going to share in this video, the one that I struggled with the most. And sometimes I fail and sometimes I fall victim of this constant need and urge in myself to do better, to do well, because then I forget to stop and to take a break and to take care of myself and to rest. And I made a video about how to rest properly, and I'm rewatching that video a lot when I need to remind myself that I actually also have to slow down and take things easy. It's difficult for those that naturally have this drive, and if you want to achieve things, that's so good, but in this pursuit of our goals, it's so easy to fall into the trap of keep going, and forgetting about yourself. So self-care is important, and it's something that's non-negotiable. It should be scheduled as your priority and shouldn't be skipped just because there is a new assignment or an exam coming up. This is something very, very important, and I really want to highlight it as often as possible in my videos, because I think it's so widespread that we just need to keep going, especially when we are young, we are in our 20s. Let's just make the most out of everything that's available to us. But if you do not take care of yourself first, you will not be able to perform your best in the long term, and that's what we are striving for, to make sure that we are happy and healthy in the long term, not just this 3-4 year period when we are at university. Number 3 that the top performers do is they take care of their health and bodies. They take it very seriously because they know it's an investment for their future self, for their older self, when we will maybe not have that much time as we have available right now. We'll develop these habits that will ensure that as we get older and maybe we'll be busier, we will still maintain this as a standard under which we do not want to go. And I'm talking about going to the gym, going for walks, getting some fresh air, nourishing your body well, going out, just taking care of yourself. This is linked to the previous point, which was more about mental health. This one is about physical health. So eating fruits and veggies, taking vitamins, making sure that your diet is balanced, that you eat enough protein. It's important that we take care of our bodies because they are working for us. And if we are going against our bodies, we again will not be able to sustain ourselves in the long term. And especially with all the stress of university and all the assignments and everything we need to go through in our 20s and in these tough times of deciding what we want to do with our lives, with the uncertainty, the best thing we can do is to take care of ourselves, and then we can give away to the world. But if you neglect yourself, if you just hustle through things and forget about nourishing your body and taking care of yourself, then you can't really move that far, and we want to move as far as possible. Also, if you exercise and move your body, you are not sick that much, which means you can keep going for longer, and it's just so nice to move your body. And this is something that people need to realize, that it's not just about pain you need to go through. It can be such an enjoyable thing to move your body, and it's something that if you fall in love with doing exercise, it will change your life completely. And this doesn't have to be heavy lifting every single day. It can be even small walks outside. It can be dancing. Guys, dancing is the best thing in the world. Start dancing. Latin dances, first of all. One thing is taking care of our bodies during the day, and the other thing is making sure we go to bed on time and sleep enough. This is again a struggle of all uni students, how to have a great social life and at the same time make sure you sleep at least 7 to 9 hours. But this is what distinguishes the best from those that just barely survive, because without sleep you will not have energy for the next day. Your muscles will not grow because they need to repair and restore, and you just need to sleep to relax in the most deep sense possible. Eat well, sleep well, move your body, take care of your mental health, and you're already ahead of so many people. Another skill of the top performers is prioritization. And this means knowing what's important, but also knowing what deserves your attention right now and what can wait. If you get a notification, you do not need to reply immediately. If you're doing something else, you just get your mind distracted so much that you will need another half an hour to get back to the state of focus you were at before you received the notification. It's fine to not reply immediately. This is also something that I had to learn, because I also wanted to reply people immediately, but then I realized that, okay, I was doing something else, now I'm completely distracted, I'm thinking about this other thing. It's just so bad. As I said in the first step, you need to learn how to protect your time, and that means that if you're studying or if you're doing any other activities you are focusing on and a new notification comes, you don't have to reply immediately, and you even should not. And the other person will wait. If it's not fire on the roof or like someone's dying, you do not need to reply. If someone really needs you, they would call. And then it's good to pick up. When I'm focused, and I do not let notifications to distract me. This is something that people who want to do well at uni need to understand, that these distractions are everywhere. There are so many apps, so many sources of distractions, and if you let each of these distract you at different moments during the day, then your mind can't focus. And over time, it becomes even more difficult to start focusing in the first place, because your mind is already in all these places and even expecting the notifications and waiting for them. Prioritization allows you to select the most important tasks so you know what to focus on and what can wait. And this is something what I was also learning, because I found everything important, but then I realized that no, not everything has the same importance, and also there is a difference between importance and urgency, and we should not let urgent tasks prevent us from working on things that are important to us, but we just don't find time for them because we're constantly doing just those urgent tasks that are usually just set for us by someone else. So make sure that you prioritize things that matter to you and not just things that are urgent to do. Find time for both, but make sure that you do also things that are important to you but might not be very urgent. Like recording this video, right? High achievers do not procrastinate. Procrastination kills everything, because when you procrastinate, you are just prolonging your anxiety, you are just making yourself miserable, and these feelings just persist for a long period of time. And to avoid this, you just need to find the why for everything you do. And this doesn't mean you need to find some grand reason and deep purpose for some tasks that are boring or tedious and you just have to do them. It's always good to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because if you don't find this inner reason why you're doing tasks, then procrastination is very likely because you do not consider it important. Not important for you enough to take action. You need to create this importance within you, and then all the tasks will become suddenly a bit easier, because it's not going to be just something you have to do, but something you know that if you do it for a specific reason. So try to find why for everything you do, and this why as I said, doesn't have to be great. It can be something like, okay, I have this assignment that I'm not really excited about, but if I get that done, I can do XYZ. If I get that done, it means I will have this percentage of the course done, and then I can focus on other things. So it doesn't have to be necessarily something huge or a statement that will blow your mind and this is why I'm gonna do this is my purpose and mission. But even finding within you this little reason will allow you to actually do the thing that you would otherwise not do and just keep pushing it for later and then just be anxious and sad and not happy. Top 1% students focus on learning high-demand skills that will advance their careers and that will show that they are not just spending the whole day studying. These skills can be anything from content creation, programming, public speaking, designing, AI. There are so many skills that you can learn. And one thing that top achievers also realize is that you can't learn all of them, or at least not at once. So it's good to pick one and become really good at it rather than trying them all and realizing that, okay, I can't do any of them properly. When picking the skills, top achievers focus on things that they're already good at. If you have not enjoyed programming in high school and you struggled with it and you got low grades, I don't see point in trying to learn that again when you know it's a torture for you and you just don't enjoy it at all. Whereas if you're good at public speaking, presentation, if you enjoyed creating content, then why not to tap into that this year? Why not to try it again and dedicate time to improve this skill and work on that? There are so many aspects that you can improve within one skill. And this is what high performers realize, that when you invest in these skills outside of your study program, you become much more well-rounded and you gain this real experience that could potentially be paid for in the future. And of course, money shouldn't be your only motivation when you're learning a skill, but it's something to bear in mind that when you learn this and you learn how to do it well, there is a chance that you can earn real income while doing something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy. And isn't this something amazing? Because when you get a degree, it doesn't guarantee you a job, not in this day and age. But if you invest in these skills, you have much higher chance to find a job or start something on your own. Alongside building skills, high achievers also focus on taking on new opportunities, working on side projects and internships and trying things they've never done before. High achievers also find time to take online courses, to get involved in local community, to try new things, because all these things are actually shaping who you are and you're growing through them. And if you just focus on your grades and your curriculum and your GPA, it would be pretty sad when you get your diploma and realize you have not done much outside of just studying. And you don't want to just study, because there is so much more to do than just sitting with your books and trying to just study. Just apply what you learn in real life. So if you, I don't know, if you are passionate IR student, go and search for internship in international relations. It's much better than just keep focusing on to get the best grade in an essay. It's just the best thing you can do for your future self, and that's what we are striving for, to become our best selves. If you implement these step by step, one by one, not all at once, you'll see how you can transform your whole life in just 1 year. And it all just starts with one single decision, one single change in different areas. So I encourage you to start. I'm definitely gonna keep working on these areas because I have so much to improve and I would like you to improve too. So let me know in the comments which area are you gonna start working on today. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye.